The North Philly neighborhood of Kensington is just a short train ride from the famous buildings and monuments that symbolize Philadelphia. The avenue was once a thriving shopping district. It's now an eyesore. Abandoned buildings, factories, and row houses attracting heroin pushers and users. It's a neighborhood where the people have been forgotten and where the forgotten go to forget.
This is the part that people choose to turn their head away from. Turn a blind eye, as my mom would say.
One woman not turning a blind eye is Carol Rostersher. She was born and raised in Kensington, but now lives in a Philadelphia suburb. Carol knows all too well the pain of addiction. Her 25-year-old son, Drew, used to live on the Kensington streets when heroin took hold of his life.
My son said to me the first time he did heroin, he knew he was hooked. I don't know the feeling. I don't know. I guess it's like euphoria.
Carol patrols Kensington Avenue on an almost daily basis, handing out basic necessities to the addicts, like water, food, toiletries, and clothes.
He doesn't know it's me yet. Hey, Michael, did you get the sneakers today?
What's that?
Did you get the sneakers today?
No, I didn't. No,
there, I got you 10 and a half.
She plays the role of mom for many of the young addicts who are looking to get clean and need extra help and guidance.
But that's also got to be so refreshing to see.
All right, I'm sorry. I have to do this. God, don't run from me, please. What are you doing? Why are you down here?
While many people may have given up on these lost souls, including their own families, Carol refuses to do so.
Hungry?
Oh, God bless you.
She draws inspiration from her son's journey through addiction.
Everybody thought my son was hopeless. Everybody. And I mean people down here. I show his picture to people that are this close to entering recovery, and I'll say, this is him before, and I know him. And I'm like, yeah, and he was crazy, and I know what you're thinking. And this is him now, and they're like, wow. And I've gotten that response just like that. Wow. And I'm like, yeah. So if he can do it, why don't you think you can?
Sadly, Carol is not alone in her experience. Across the country, heroin use is up. In 2013, more than 8,000 people died. Many seeking a cheaper high used a form of heroin laced with a potent ingredient. We went in search of answers to Temple University School of Medicine, where we met Dr. Ellen Unterwald, the director of the Center for Substance Abuse Research.
Unfortunately, many people start out being prescribed an opiate for their pain, which they might need at that time, but then for some reason they take more of it when they no longer need it, and they become dependent on a prescription opiate. At that point, they realize that it's cheaper to get heroin and sometimes easier to get heroin.
But according to the DEA, the heroin they're getting is often cut with fentanyl, a powerful narcotic meant for use as an anesthetic for short surgical procedures, and also to treat very severe pain associated with cancer.
So why fentanyl?
I think fentanyl is being used for two reasons. One is that it gets into the brain very, very rapidly, but in addition, it's so potent that very small quantities are needed to produce the same high.
And how much more potent would it be?
So it's on the order of 20 times more potent than heroin.
In Philadelphia last year, fentanyl-laced heroin was found in 100 people who died of overdoses.
Does it get scary for you? I mean, when you hear the new reports of, an uptick in deaths, or they're cutting heroin with fentanyl and acetafentanil, I mean, this stuff is potent, it's dangerous.
It's deadly.
It's deadly.
And it's very scary because I have grown to love a lot of these people down here.
And as long as the heroin epidemic continues to grow, Carol will continue to patrol the streets of Kensington.
I'm proud of you.
It's bad. This is not good life.
No, it's not at all.
Not
And you
good
deserve
life.
better. You deserve better.
I deserve better. I deserve a lot better.
Yes, you do.
Everybody around here
Yes, they
deserves a
do.
lot better. They just don't know it.
Instilling hope and belief in those who need it the most.
Come give me a hug, honey. Come here. Come here, sweet cheeks. Look here. Okay. You're gonna go get the hell out of here, right?
Hope that they can break free from heroin's deadly grip.